Welcome. This is Joshua Benoist in Autodesk Product Support. So this is video 2 of tags getting scaled. So briefly, the customer's problem is their tags are getting scaled too large when they create them. So how do we do this right? We demonstrated the issue in the last video, and now we're going to demonstrate how to do it. Create a tag so that they don't scale this large. So what I want to do, since we did this the wrong way, I want to start over with a fresh drawing. We've already inserted these tags, and they've already been created wrong, so the definition is wrong in the file. So we're just going to start a new drawing. Now, before I insert anything, first step to do is change the scale. When we make a tag, we need to make the tag at a 1-to-1 scale. So what happens is we're going to define our tag in here, and then we're going to save this file, and that file is going to be empty of everything except for our tag. It's our content drawing. You may want to save it with all the style drawings. But this content drawing is always going to be at a 1-to-1 scale, and when our tool palette, after we've created our tool, it pulls this tag created at a 1-to-1 scale, it pulls it into whatever current project you're working on. It looks at the annotative scale, it looks at the text height in the options, and then it decides, well, I need to use this a certain scale factor in order to scale that 1-to-1 up to the correct annotative scale. So that's how the annotative scaling works. In fact, this is how you need to create blocks in classic AutoCAD. Any block that you want to be annotative and scale annotatively, you'll want to create it at a 1-to-1 scale, so that it can work with the annotative scaling mechanism. Other kinds of blocks that you don't want to scale, blocks that you always want to be at true size, those you don't care about what scale you draw it at, you draw it to true scale. So this doesn't apply to those type of blocks. But for text it does, because most text is annotative. So let's do this. I'm going to draw a rectangle, and I'm going to say at 4 inches, comma 4 inches, or 4 units, comma 4 units. Oh, I didn't do it right. You'll notice it's pretty small. So now I want to place some text in here, and I always get this message. So when you're at a 1-to-1 scale, it's going to squawk at you and say this. That's fine, just say OK, and then I'm going to put my mtext there. Now in my mtext box, I want to make sure this is annotative, and I always like to change this to say middle center, as well as right here, center. This up here, we need to set this equal to 1 unit tall. And let's just put in something like the number 1 up down here. Okay, click OK, and notice it fits in our box. So we've now got text that is 1 unit tall and a box drawn at a scale of 1-to-1. Now we can create our tag. Let's go back to the Home tab, Annotation Grouping, say Create Tag, and I'm going to call this Tag 2. And we may need to continue this in the next video. Our diffuser is not in this file, so let's continue this in the next video, and we'll talk about where our property set is.